Oh yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're back with your boy Muzzy McGee. We're back for another live stream session. Coffee. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Muzzy McGee. This is my channel. This is what I'm trying to do. So if you have not joined the channel before, thank you for joining me today. If you joined the channel before and you want to see more of me working out and you working out with me as far as making guitar our primary instrument, our main instrument, thank you for joining us. And if you have not, if you just are stopping by later today, then hopefully we'll see you then. If you have any questions, as I say in the beginning, please ask him at the very end. Again, I go by the name Muzzy McGee. For those of you who are just joining us today, this channel is about four things. The first two things involve the live stream, and the live stream is broken down into two parts: the practice session and the improvisational section. Practice session is about me practicing, you practicing, us practicing together, you suggesting different influencers that will help us get from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and from the expert to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. The practice will include warm-ups that will change frequently, scales, chords, chord studies, chord progressions, chords and voicings, licks of the week, cover songs that will help us film promotional content for only promotional content uses to bring people onto the channel, and obviously, different techniques will be employed, like sweep picking, chicken picking, economy picking, things of that nature, hammer-ons, pull-offs, different exercises like that to help us get from the intermediate to virtuoso levels of guitar playing. Now, the second thing is about me improving, me using what I have in the playlist section of these videos, using those songs to create my best improvisational tracks I possibly can every single day. And that will be you judging me. Okay, you'll be judging me on how well I'm doing or how terribly I'm doing and giving me advice and maybe hopefully different your opinions on what I can do to get better, and giving me some so if you've seen any different artists or influencers on Instagram or YouTube that can help me get better at improvisational music. And it's my hope at a certain point you will be able to submit, at least on YouTube, create a video on YouTube, or at least show me a 30-second clip of something that you've done, whether it's an audio or video file. Hopefully you'll upload that to YouTube, and then we can share it on this channel so we can talk about how you attack the fretboard, how I attack the fretboard, and what we can do differently so that we can get from the intermediate, obviously, to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and then to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. All of those things are in service to the last thing. The last thing is about me creating my own music in Logic Pro X and using my skills, my understanding of music theory, and my skills as a guitar player to use my guitar as either the main source of inspiration or the primary instrument on every single track that I'm creating. 9 times out of 10, it will be just the primary source of inspiration, but that's very important when you're creating music. And all this in service to making 100% of the music that will be used to get better for me at getting better at Logic Pro X. When I'm getting better at Logic Pro X, that will also help me do the other 90 to 95% of the music, which I will be creating for myself. The other 5 to 10% will be music I will be creating for other artists and for other scores and musical scores that I will be creating for people who work in short film industry. If any of that sounds good to you, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe right now. The fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the channel actively, I have to go back and watch the videos, but the videos sort of serve for me as a vlog as to where I've been, where I am, and where I'm trying to go, sort of thing. But when I look back on these videos, I can make those small little changes, incremental changes that will help me grow as a YouTube content creator, but also help me grow as a guitar player and things of that nature. So making those suggestions in real time when people watch the channel in real time it enables me to not have to go back and watch the videos again, because I'll have those comments done in real time. I can note them at the end of the video, or I can go back and just check the comment section to see at this point what they're talking about, whatever, and then I can make the changes that are necessary. Number 2 thing I ask people to do is to donate to the channel. When you donate to the channel, you can use my Ko-fi account, ko-fi.com/MuzzyMcGee. The link to that is available in the description of the video. Again, that's my Ko-fi account. You can donate as little as $1 to the account if you'd like to help out from a financial perspective to this channel. The other way you can help out financially to this channel is more of an indirect help. It's by you signing up using my cryptocurrency referral links. There's a refer a friend program, and it works in the following way. When you sign up using my referral links to any of those 4 cryptocurrency platforms, whether it's Binance, eToro, Bitpanda, or Binance, or Coinbase, I'm sorry. When you sign up for any one of those 4 platforms, centralized exchange platforms, they will give you perks and benefits that will be exponentially better than that of which you get if you sign up by yourself. When you use my referral links, whatever they offer you, they will also offer me as I'm the referring client. But that's how you get the better benefits. It's using me as a reference because it costs them less than advertiser-driven revenue. That is how it works. The less they pay there, the more they pay you guys out or pay us both out, and everybody wins, okay? So they have to pay less than advertiser-driven revenue, and we get the benefits of reaping, well, we reap some of the benefits of them having to pay less than that by them offering us perks. But the perks they offer you, they will in turn offer to me, whether it's 20 bucks cash back or 100 bucks off of trading fees, they will offer that to me. And as I'm using 15 to 20% up to 100 bucks off of my, or on up to 100 bucks off of my total gains from this year, so on January 1st, 2026, you will know exactly how much I have as far as how much I've earned and how much I will be using from that up to 100 bucks, but you reinvest back into the channel directly. So please help out with that if you'd like to. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. However, I enjoy trading crypto, and I trade on a daily basis. I was trading earlier today. So it's my hope that maybe if you want to get involved to help out with the channel, use my referral links to do so. And the last thing I ask people to do is really the freest way to help me out with this channel is to subscribe to me across all platforms, whether I'm active on those channels like Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, or I'm not as active on those channels like TikTok or Twitch. Helping me grow those channels or those sites will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel. Help me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other sites. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting started on working my OBS. I just saw it earlier this week. I am working on trying to get the bugs fixed out so I can use the OBS so I can be cross-platformational very soon. Really quickly before we get started here today, I'm just going to remind everybody, like I said in the beginning, well, I'll just reiterate real quick. First of all, I do curse on this channel. I try not to curse, but I do curse. If that is an actual obstacle for you to watch the channel, this channel may not be for you. I don't direct it at you. It's not towards you. It's not about you. Sometimes I get frustrated and I'm like, oh, fuck, or oh, shit. And that bothers people. It doesn't bother me because that's just how I talk. But I just want people to be aware of that. So like when they're watching the channel, they're not sitting here and saying, oh, I don't know, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I just would rather be upfront with people so that they know where I am and where I'm coming from. The second thing I want to ask people about is, or to say, the second thing I'm going to say is save your questions to the very end. Because I'm toggling back between two different screens or two different tabs, and I don't have 3 and 4 different screens to look at all these things in different places, especially when I start using my OBS to stream cross-platformationally, it's going to be very difficult for me to look at 2 to 3 screens at the same damn time. It just is. So when you write down your comments, you can say, hey, what's up? I might shout you out, whatever, whatever. But to look at the comments and read the comments actively during these sessions is very difficult for me to do. And unfortunately, it's just easier if I do it at the very end. And then the last thing I ask people to do is basically, this channel isn't about, it's not about making, what do you call that? It's not about panhandling, like I'm standing on the corner asking people for, to do cover songs, or people are asking me to do cover songs. The song isn't about me making cover songs, okay? This channel is about me creating music, and there will be cover songs that I will cover on this channel. Mainly for promotional purposes, but I'm not here to just sort of make cover songs. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with YouTubers or Instagrammers or whatever, live streamers who do that. There's no problem with that. I'm just saying, and as I tell people, I don't see the value of it in the channel. That's not to say that there will never be value in it and I will never see the value. I'm saying as of right now, it doesn't make sense for the channel. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started today. Again, I apologize for those of you who are just have to listen to me do this spiel every single day. It's important that I let the newcomers know what I'm doing, how we doing, baby. So let's get started here today after we get a little sippy sip of the hotter coffee. Delicious. So 70 beats per minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try to keep getting better at this exercise so we can move to 80 and 80 beats per minute. And we're going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying until we get to 80, then to 90, then 100, and then we'll go back to 70 and do it in double time and keep working our way up that way. Wasn't better than yesterday, but the consistency is there. Definitely the second best one I've ever done, which is good news because, again, it's showing that consistency. We want to continue to get better every single day. Today was a little bit less great as it was yesterday, but again, it's going to take some work. So the fact that we were able to hit in the same ballpark as the first one is good news. I almost said that like a European. Europeans, when English isn't their first language, or Spanish or French or German, they say that is a good news. Like that's a good news. I think that's funny. Let's go to the alternate picking John Petrucci bite of the mosquito style exercise. Coincidentally, not ironically, I guess expectedly, I got bitten by a mosquito last night. So this is fitting. Sounding better and better. That last string, though, on the second part of that, on the bottom E string, it's sounding a little bit still difficult for me. Let's get right into the alternate spider picking from the 1st to 16th fret at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Before I start noodling around, we're going to get right into the chromatic tapping from the 1st to 16th fret as soon as I get a little bit more of this quaff in. All right, let's go. Now we're going to 80 beats per minute. We're going to work on the sweep picking exercises, starting with Brandon Dion's sweep picking exercise at 80 beats per minute. I don't know if he invented this exercise. I know that I learned it from him, and I know that he's a great YouTuber. For those of you who have not seen his channel, I would recommend watching it, subscribing, because he's great too. He's really funny to me, and helpful. He's extremely helpful. Let me see if I can toggle. Well, it makes no sense for me to toggle about. This is what makes it hard. Because whenever I have the metronome on, I can't toggle back between two different screens. It's very difficult. Sounds really good. It sounds like it's getting consistent. I don't think that was the best one I've ever done, but the consistency is really nice. Let's go at 90 beats per minute, see if we can get more consistent at 90. And now 100 beats per minute. 90 sounded less consistent, but it still sounds clean overall. Had a couple little mistakes there, but overall pretty good. Let's go 100 beats per minute. Let's go. I'm really impressed with how consistent it's sounding. I don't want to sit here and tell you I've done the best job I ever did today, but the consistency is there. It means that I'm making fewer and fewer mistakes and it's sounding cleaner and cleaner. That is what we're trying to do, is just to tighten it up. We're going to have days that we're going to go up and we're going to be better, and days that we're going to do not as good. But the idea is to keep tightening the area. Keep tightening that area. Going from terrible to really good, but also really showing the consistency by moving the bottom floor up to like here, so that we're maybe not necessarily always hitting it perfectly every single time, but that's obviously our goal. So we don't want to move that too much, but making sure that we widen, that we decrease this area, which is the area that I'm doing bad in. So let's get right to the second sweep picking exercise that I've done, and let's see if we can do it. Like I said, we've taken the tempo down to 80 beats per minute to focus on the technique. Okay, so let's go. 80 sounds pretty good. See if we can do a little work at 90. Consistency is key. Let's go. Good consistency is key. Because if you're consistently bad, that's not great either.
Consistently good. Let's try it at 100 beats per minute, guys. Again, if you're writing to me in the comment section, please understand I cannot see them right now, but thank you for joining the channel. We're going to go right to the scales, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing the C major scale, followed by the C sharp D flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. I should take this tempo up. At which point we're taking the tempo D-nanda from 105 to 100 beats per minute, just 5 beats per minute. Then we're going to do the C minor pentatonic scale, followed by the C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Yeah, let's get it going full steam. Let's go. Wow. Let's get started with these scales, guys. I'm going to put on this metronome here real quick. We're going to get started in about 5 seconds. Let's go. We're doing the C major scale in first position. Positions 1 through 8, 8 being the octave position, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it going. Actually, I don't need it that loud. Turn it just a little bit. Second position, C major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go.
Third position, C major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. There we go. Fourth position, C major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, C major scale. Fifth position, C major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Again, if you have to take the tempo down and play it a little bit more quickly to play it better, by all means do that. It's the only way you get better. Tripping over your notes isn't going to help you. It just shows you that you need to take it down. So, sixth position, C major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, C major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position of the C major scale, the octave position, meaning it's identical to the first position but played after the 12th fret at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. You guys are having, excuse me, it is super hot today. I'm going to be messing up these things a bunch because my fingers are going to get slippery very soon because of all the heat. All right, let's try the C sharp D flat major scale at 105 beats per minute, starting in first position. Again, if the tempo is too quick, you can always take the tempo down. I always do in increments of 5. Some people do in increments of 10. Whatever floats your boat. I would recommend 5 because 5, there's a noticeable difference even when you go up 2 BPMs. In my opinion, once you've been playing long enough, you can hear it, you can feel it in your bones. Let's go right to the first position, C sharp, D flat, major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. I don't like how that ended. Let me try that again. Second position, C sharp, D flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. position, C sharp, D flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Second position. That's not true. That's fourth position. C sharp, D flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, my bad. C sharp, D flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. My bad. I screwed up that shape a few times, so that's my bad. Finally, the eighth position, or the octave position, of the C sharp, D flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. You can't tell, I like to end on a good note, meaning like if I hear something that sounds off at the very end, I'll redo it until I get it right, which is annoying and frustrating. But all this shit is annoying and frustrating because learning and practicing stuff just sucks. It's just not fun. Which is why I started working on doing these live streams, is because practicing in numbers is markedly and exponentially better than that of which you would do if you were practicing by yourself, because that's terrible. It's awful. Anyway, before I go off on a tangent about how awful practicing is by yourself, We're taking the tempo down to 100 beats per minute, ladies and gentlemen, and we're doing the C minor pentatonic scale and following that up with the C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale. We know that the first position I struggle with because of the stretch between these couple of fingers. We're gonna get it right today, guys. We're gonna keep working on it until we get it right. So let's start with C minor pentatonic scale in first position at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Second position, C minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. There we go. Third position, C minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. 100 beats per minute, my bad. Fourth position, C minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, C minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Oh, my bad. Is that the one? Yeah, there it is. And finally, before I turn into an idiot, a bumbling idiot over the first position, the C sharp D flat major chord, we're going to do the last position of the C minor pentatonic scale. Let's go. All right, now the embarrassing part. Well, the second most embarrassing part. So let's get this done. Starting with the first position of the C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale in first position. Let's go. Oh, I got it that time. Hooray. Now we don't have to spend 20 minutes on it. All right, awesome. Second position. C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. I guess we're coming up. Yay. Third position, C sharp, D flat minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I keep having these brain farts because I'm like having like flashbacks about the chords that I have to do next, which I'm terrible at. We have to do the seventh and the minor seventh chords afterwards, which I'm really not great at. So let's go right into the fourth position of the C sharp, D flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Fifth position, C sharp, D flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position or the octave position of the C sharp, D flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. 100 beats per minute. I don't know why I keep messing that up. Now we're going to play a fun game called Find the Note, which is not very fun, but we can turn off the metronome, and the idea is to find the note. This is an exercise that was suggested by Joe Satriani. It was a video I watched of him where he was talking about, he was teaching a student, and he asked the student to try to find every major note or every note on the fretboard. And so when the kid came into class, I guess the next day or came to the private lesson, he was like, well, have you found every note? And the kid was like, well, yeah, I can find them, but it took too long. And he was like, well, you clearly don't know your fretboard as well as you should. So with that, I've learned this from myself and also from Joe Satriani and from Brandon Dion, who is a great YouTuber for guitar players, to work on figuring out where all the notes are on the fretboard. So this week we're doing the C. We're going to do a C again next week when we change the scales. So we're going to play Find the C. We're going to run through this real quick, and then we got to do what I'm dreading doing, which is this chords, because the chords are going to take me a good 35 minutes to do before we get to the lick of the week, and then followed by the lick of the week, the ABC Polyphia riff, which I got to work on a bunch. And then we get to the fun part, which is the part we all wait for, which is the improvisational stuff, where you get to judge the ever-loving shit out of me about how good or terrible I am at improv. So yeah, so we're gonna play the fun game called Find the C. We know where the C is if you know the fretboard a little bit. There it is on the A string, so we got to find it on the E string, which is on 8 and 20. Frets 8 and 20. Then we know it's on frets 8 and 20 on the bottom E string as well. Then when we go back to the A string, we know that it's at frets 3 and 15. Again, if you take whatever fret it is, if it's below the 12th fret, and you add 12 to that note, you find its counterpart. So this is on 3, you add 12 to 3, and you get 15, and that's how you find its octave position on the same string. Now back to 8 and 20, oh, my bad, 8 and 20 on the bottom E string. That's 8 and 20 on the top E string. Then we go to the B string. We know it's at 1 and 13. How do we know it's at 1 and 13? Because we've been practicing. That's right. Again, you add 12, first position or first fret, you add 12 to that number and you get 13. That's right. Now we're back to 8 and 20 on the top E string. Now back to 8 and 20 on the bottom E string. I should start using low and high for describing the E strings. It's just easier that way. But I keep forgetting to do it for whatever reason. We're at 3 and 15 on the bottom on the A string. Then we go from the A string to the D string. We know the D string, we're at 10 and 22. Unfortunately, I only have 22 frets on this guitar. When I start making money, I will buy a new PRS. That will be awesome. And it will have 24. Now back to 3 and 15 on the A string. Then back to 8 and 20 on the bottom E string, on the low E string, and then 8 and 20 on the top E string. Now back to 1 and 13 on the B string, not bad. Then when we go to the G string, we're at 5 and 17. And we know this because we've been practicing. We've been doing this for a week now, so you should have a general idea as to where they are. And when we go to the D string, we're going back to 10 and 22. Then back to 3 and 15 on the bottom A string. Now, when I finish up, it's on the E string. That's 8 and 20 on the bottom E string. So we end like, well, I end like this. Stupid silliness. So now we're going to, normally I would recommend a book to you, but this book, for those of you who've not watched this before, this book is obviously the front cover and the back cover have been ripped off because it's an old ass book, to be honest. It's a book that was written in the 1970s, but chords haven't changed as long as standard tuning has been a thing, which it is, E, A, D, G, B, E, for those of you who don't remember. It's been a thing. So I'd normally recommend a book, but I think chord books are pretty much similar. If I had to recommend a chord book, I would say it's similar to that of which I use for my guitar, which is the Guitar Grimoire Book series by Adam Camden. I would have an Amazon affiliate link up there so that people can purchase it and help out with the channel, talking about that free stuff and some of that. But I'm not with the Amazon affiliate program at the moment because I don't have enough subscribers. I did it last year when I had 13 subscribers, and I didn't make a single qualifying purchase within the 180-day period of time, which is ridiculous. And then I got unsubscribed from the program, and then I was offered to redo the program, and I decided I would just wait on that whole thing. Doesn't matter. Let's get right to it. We're going to start with the we're going to do the C seventh chords, the C minor seventh chords, followed by the C sharp D flat seventh chords, and then we're going to follow that up with the C sharp D flat minor seventh chords. This is going to suck because it's not fun. Okay, this is my least favorite part. And normally when you're working on stuff that's difficult, the difficult stuff and the stuff that's really boring are often the things that you have to spend a lot of time with because they just usually are the hurdle, the barrier for you to get to the fun stuff, which is like the improv or working on cover songs. So that's why we do this first. We do the stuff that's trash first. It's like I describe it as like eating food. I don't know if people do this, but I do this too. I like to eat everything on my plate that I don't like first so I can save the best for last. Like if I'm eating a steak and there are vegetables, and I don't want to say potatoes because I love potatoes just as much as I love steak, so that's a terrible example. But I'll eat the vegetables first before I gorge on the potatoes and the meat. That's just how I am. And the same thing, I apply that to exercises. The exercises that I hate doing the most are the things that I do first. And then once we get that out of the way, then we can work on the other shit. Okay? So let's start with the C seventh chords. Again, we're doing the melody chords, the inside chords, the rhythm chords, followed by the bottom 4-string chords. Then we're going to switch to the next section, which will be the C minor seventh chords, and then so on and so forth. So let's get right to this, guys. Again, if you have any questions or if you need any help looking at this stuff, I'm sure you can find this stuff on the internet, or you can take a mild screen grab of this stuff if you like. Yeah. And, you know, obviously when you're doing the chords a half step up, it only requires that you shift your hand one bar up. So let's go. We're starting with the melody chords, C7 chords. Let's run through these a few times. Again, I'm terrible at these. I apologize for how this is going to sound, but we're going to work on these even though we suck. And I make myself look stupid on the internet so you don't have to. So hooray for that. One more again, as we say down south. Again, I don't have the shapes memorized, so you're going to see me look down at my book basically the whole time. So again, if you have any questions, wait till the very end, guys, okay? Inside chords. Let's go. Why is this not working? Oh, it's 13. Again, the rhythm chords. Again, I told you, I suck at these, so feel better. If you're better at these than I am, then congratulations. You're awesome. These are the rhythm chords, by the way. bottom 4 string chords before we move on to the C minor 7th chords. Why is this one not playing correctly? Oh, because I'm missing these ones. These two. There we go. Let's go again, you know? Yeah. Right here. Mistakes are going to be made. That's okay. Although it sucks making mistakes, it's part of the process. My bad. I hope you guys are still on here. I hope it didn't cut this thing off because I forgot to toggle back to the main screen. And what happens when I don't toggle back to the main screen is that it will shut down on me. So hopefully you guys are still there and that is not a real issue. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing to this channel and helping me grow this channel, even though this practice session sucked. Like I said, some of the other things we'll be adding to the channel, like me working on music and putting out music so that you can see it. And you can hear it and judge it for yourself. Also working on the improvisational stuff is way more fun, markedly more fun than working on scales and chords. But that's what we have to do to get through it. And I want people to see the process as much as as terrible as it is to suck and be terrible. It's important that people see the process so that you understand when you're doing this by yourself and you're working on this by yourself, that you understand that this whole thing is a process, and that sounding terrible is a part of sounding good, which is unfortunate, but it is true, unfortunately. So let's get right to it. We're doing with the C minor 7 chords, starting with the melody chords, guys. Well, as soon as I figure out where they are. Let's go again. Let's persevere, guys. Let's push through it. Do the inside chords. If I knew a less terrible way of learning chords or a way that was way more fun, I'd show it to you. But there's no really beating, just going back and forth, switching in and out from all the different chords. I don't know personally that there's a game out there or something that would make this more fun, but learning chords just sucks. Learning chords and scales is just not fun, but you know, we got to fight through the pain. Oh, it's 3, that's why I'm Is it these two? No, it's these two here. These two here. One last time. Let's see if we can hit this again. Go to the bottom four of the rhythm chords, the bottom 4 string chords, and then we're going to get right into the C sharp, D flat counterparts. So again, this is going to be about 15 more minutes, guys. Then we're going to get right into the licks of the week. As much as this sucks, I don't know a different way to learn these. So. A weird reverb, and I don't know, or weird feedback, and I don't know where it's coming from yet. Bottom 4 string chords. Now now that we're halfway through these chords, and yes, it sucks, guys. It sucks. It's terrible. Doing this stuff together, that's why I've started this thing, is because doing this stuff together makes it a hell of a lot easier to learn this stuff, because it's terrible. Like, I hate learning chords. I don't mind memorizing stuff, but just when I don't like being bad at stuff. I think that's really what it boils down to, is I don't like being terrible at stuff. But we got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, you got to, and then once we finish these chords and learn these, and then we have to get right onto the 7th augmented fifths, or the 7th flat, D sharp flat 7th fifths. Like, those are the ones that are going to get even harder. So, I mean, they're going to get more and more complex. But adding those things to your repertoire, they allow you to add color to your chord progressions. So instead of playing a regular chord progression, this is going to give you a little bit of color, a little bit of, it's going to give you a little sauce, a little spice to whatever it is you're creating, which is cool. But you need to have those on tap. You need to have those ready to roll. And in order to do that, you have to memorize them. So let's start with the D7th chords, melody, inside, rhythm chords, bottom 4-string chords, followed up by the D minor. C sharp, D flat minor chords. It says in the book D flat minor, but we know D sharp, and music theory will tell you that C sharp and D flat are sonically identical. The notations, if you're looking at music, is different, but they are identical when it comes to the sound frequency. Let's go right into the melody chords. Let's do it. That sounds like Guga. Now the inside chords, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so 2. One last time. Now the rhythm chords. Now the bottom 4 string chords, and then we're finishing up with the D minor or C sharp, D flat minor 7 chords, and then we're done. Done, guys. Done for the chord section. Then we go into lick of the week, which is awesome. Let's go to the minor 7 chord, see if we can get this figured out as quickly as possible, but as elegantly as possible too. So let's go. Let me get some of this sippy sip. Let's go. Melody chords: D, C sharp, D flat, minor, 7th chords. Melody chords. Ah, not bad. Inside chords, guys. Let's go. it sucks, guys. It just sucks. I get it. Believe me. But we got to learn it. Got to learn it. This is the last one for the inside chords. Now let's get right into the bottom 4 string chords. That's not true. We're going to do the rhythm chords first. That's right. I know that's right. Sippy sip. God, something about iced coffee on a cold day that's just great. Or on a hot day that's just great. Oh, there it is. Oh, so this is right here. This one's right here. This one. Now the bottom 4 string chords, and we're going to be done. Yee! And then we can go to the lick of the week. Like I said before, this next coming week, we're going to be adding, what do you call that? The word is strumming patterns to the chords. It'll make it more fun, but it'll also give us an understanding of how we can play different chords, like as a rhythm guitar player, because learning chord strumming patterns is very important too, especially when you're trying to figure out which style of music you're trying to play. Like, you're not going to play rhythm chords, or you're not going to play the rhythm guitar section of a funk song, like a, let's say, like a French electro touch or French touch song, like Get Lucky. You're not going to play that the same way you're going to play, let's say, what's a nice acoustic song? You're just not going to play that like you would play an acoustic guitar love ballad. You're just not. This is just not how it's played. You know what I mean? So learning different strumming patterns, but it also help learn the chords in a more fun way. That's what we're going to do this next coming week. So as I always do, I ask people to check out these Instagram influencers. I'm going to post their stuff into the chat section of the video right now. His name is Antonio Alfonso. He's an Italian guitar teacher. You don't need to know Italian to speak the language of guitar tablature because he puts it up on his Instagram. And as I tell everyone, if you could follow these people, and we don't always have the opportunity to purchase their merch and things of that nature. But the quickest way, like I asked for people to do my account, the cheapest and freest way that we can show our support for these channels is by liking and watching their videos. So I'm going to play through this video from Antonio Alfonso. Again, I'm going to be on this page because it has the tabs on it, like the tablature. And I'm going to play through this twice so you can hear what it sounds like. And then I'm going to run through it a bunch of times so that I can get better at it. And hopefully you will too. Again, if you'd like to look at those videos, I have posted them in the chat section of the video. We're going to play through these slowly because I don't know these. Okay, this is what it sounds like. For reference point, we work on these licks of the week because it gives us these fun little things to keep in our pockets. So when we work on our improvisational music, if we get stuck somewhere, we can use these to kind of help us get out of it. Because having these things and knowing them in different parts of the fretboard, they're fun little things to have in your pocket. They're little. It's like a bag, thing that you can add to your bag of tricks. That's basically why it's helpful to learn these things. It's also helpful just to learn, just because learning is important, especially with guitar, because it's always changing. When you want to learn them in different keys, I'll try to do this in a different key by just shifting it up a little bit. Or you can do it in a lower key. Let's see if it's like. It's important once you learn it up and down the fretboard, and all you have to do is shift up and shift down. You play it identically as far as the spacing goes and everything, and it's the same thing. So it's. Then you have it. Okay, we're gonna get right into this Mellodays Music one. Again, I only posted his because Mellodays Music, he puts out stuff. This guy cranks out content, but he does a finger style playing that I'm less great at. Finger picks, and I'm not very great at it, but it is an important skill to have if you are playing guitar. And so I'm hoping that you will check this out and try at least your luck at playing guitar. This is something that he's put up on his Instagram. The Instagram part that I posted is just his page. But if you like and comment his page, you can see some of the stuff that he puts out. It's really kind of a lo-fi, chill sort of guitar vibe. They're really fun licks to learn. So you know what? I put on the metronome yesterday at 70 BPM, so I'm going to try to do that again today to play against this metronome. It's got really, if you heard this, it's really got more of a swing type feel to it, but we're going to try this at 70 BPMs, and we're just going to keep working it out until we get better and better and better at this. So it's Let me go. Let's start that over. All right, now I'm going to get right into, obviously that song still needs a bunch of work. Did I learn it yesterday? No, I didn't, okay? It still sounds bad, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend to you guys that I learned this shit yesterday, because it's not true. And there's a bunch of guitar influencers that will have you believing, because you see them do a song once, that they're great. And part of the thing, another reason why I started this channel, another reason why I want people to see this channel is because I want people to see the frustration and the work that it takes to get better at being a guitar player. Because it's going to be frustrating 99% of the time, but there's always that 1% that makes all the other 99% worth it. And it's when you crush a dope riff, you know what I mean? Like right now, I'm going to work on the ABC Polyphia riff, and I've been working on this riff for over a year. It is very hard. Tim Henson is a genius, but the riff is it's ridiculous. It's an absurd riff. And you'd be like, why does it take you this long? If I had 10 hours a day, every day for a month, I probably can learn it. But we work on this stuff an hour and a half every single day. So I want guitar players. I don't want you to be dissuaded. I don't want you to be discouraged by those people on the internet who kill it. They kill it because they have 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And some of them, I'll give you this, some of them are virtuosos. Okay, the percentage of people that are virtuosos on the internet out of the people that you see, the people that you see on the internet 9 times out of 10 are the top, the ones that have a bunch of stuff that show up on your algorithm without even asking are usually the people that are in the top 5, 10% of musicians, period. The best of the best are up there. I don't know which ones are virtuosos and which ones aren't, but I can assure you they all work very hard. So I want people to see the process. Anyway, before I get too lost in my thoughts, I'm going to work on this ABC Polyphia riff. You can work on it with me. You can judge me on it. You can tell me if I'm doing good, if I'm doing terribly. I've been working on this riff for a very long time, and it's still not good. So, word of caution. I'm going to work on it. You're going to judge it. You know, it is what it is. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can run through this again. Let's try number 1, and that sounded awful. I'm going to slow this down because 130, apparently I've got to work my way up to that again. Let me try this at 100. I was killing it yesterday at 130, but then again, I didn't have many people watching, which is crazy. Keep it at that tempo. I got to hit it back at the tempo that I was hitting it at yesterday, so I just got to keep working through this. why this is not coming out the way that I want it to. We're gonna run through this a few more times at 1:30, and then I'm gonna go right to the solo. I don't know why it's not coming out correctly today, as it was. I mean, yesterday it really wasn't coming out that great either. So I don't know. I've been working on this riff for a long time. It's so hard. Again, but doing hard things does not give us an excuse to not continue to attack them. Okay, attack them with intensity and with purpose, and continue to attack them until you get it right. So I'm gonna have to take the tempo down 100 beats per minute, start working at it again, and keep attacking it and attacking it and attacking it until I can move it back up to 130. And that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Some days we have good days, some days we have bad days. Okay. We're gonna work on the solo at 100 beats per minute, which technically the tempo is at 130, but you know, who's counting? Still needs work, guys. I just want people to understand this is the process. I've been working on that particular riff for over a year. Not every single day, but like for about 15, 20 minutes every single day on and off the session. So it's wicked hard. It's a tough riff. Got to keep working. You want to get good at stuff? Got to attack the big problems. It's all about. All right, guys, let's get right into the last part of this section. I'm using these backing tracks I'm not going to post them in the chat section because that doesn't really make any sense. The chat section is crazy because the reason I post these things and the other stuff into Instagram, the other stuff in the chat section is because it's on Instagram, not on YouTube. If you look at the playlist section of my account, you can see that these videos are located in the playlist section of every account. So if you could check that are in my account for these C major scales or C major backing tracks, you can see those. You can use these. We're going to run through these again. You're welcome to comment on how I'm doing. That is only how I get better. If you think that I suck, okay, great. Tell me what I can do to get better. If you just want to write you suck, then just write you suck. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't really care about the comments as far as like, as long as the comments don't violate YouTube policy and people are genuinely being nice to one another. I don't particularly care about what you say about or to me, as long as I hope that it's constructive criticism, because the goal is for me to get better, for you to get better, for us to get better as a collective. So if we're not trading advice, it's not really, helpful. So again, let's get started with the C major song. I'm going to start with the longer one first, which is kind of a slower one. Let me know what you think about this one. A minor and then F. So A minor 2. Then C. Right here. Ugh. It's a little repetitive for me. I should be able to do better at this point. We're gonna try this last one for today, and we're gonna call it quits because that's all the time we have for today. So let's get this last one in. It's a little heavier. Same chord progression. Same coffee. Still cold. So we're going C, G, A minor, Oh no, it's going to play a commercial. Stop. Oh, it wasn't going to play. It was actually going to play another song. Hooray. Well, we stopped that from happening. Hooray. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler, message retracted. Thanks, guys. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for joining me today. I don't know who Tyler is, but he apparently sent some messages. I'm thankful that you guys were here today, and I hope that you'll be here tomorrow to play with me, to join me, to comment on what I'm doing, to help me build what I'm trying to build here. For those, I'm going to go over my spiel for those of you who don't watch the channel on a regular basis, so that you know what I'm up to, what I'm trying to do here. I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. No, that's not my real name. Obviously, it's just a name that I go by. It's a pet name that I was given as a kid, and I enjoy it very much. I like it so much, I used it as my name to make music as much as I can. With that being said, for those of you who have not joined the channel before, thank you for joining me today. For those of you who just stopped by, thank you for stopping by. And for those of you who would like to continue getting better at guitar playing, I hope that you will continue to join me. You will comment on what I am doing so we can make these sessions better and better. I cannot promise you we will use everything that is suggested, but I can promise you that everything will take full consideration so that we can make this the best practice channel, or the live stream, the best practice part session ever. Anyway, the channel is about 4 things. The first 2 things involve the live stream. The live stream is about 2 things: practice and improv. The first part of practice, well, the first part of practicing is about me practicing, you practicing, and us practicing together, and us acknowledging that practicing by yourself sucks, but practicing in numbers, although sucks, is much more fun and much more conducive to the learning experience if we do it as a collective. So it's where I give you feedback, you give me feedback. We talk about how different influences can help me get better, and how I can suggest different influences that help you with different techniques. The practice session will include us doing warm-ups, scales, chords and voicings as in chord progressions. We will work on different like sweep picking, chicken picking, alternate picking, selective picking, hammer on, palm mutes, things of that nature. Cover songs as well as licks of the week that will help us do to get from the intermediate, obviously, to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and from the expert to the virtuoso level guitar playing. Now, those things will help us get better and better so that we can do the second thing, which is using those skills and immediately applying those skills to the improvisational section. The improvisational section of the live stream will be about me improving and you judging the hell out of me about everything that I'm doing so that I can get better as an improvisational musician. It's my hope that you will use at least the music, that the backing tracks that I have available in the playlist section of my video to create your own stuff. Now, the back tracks I did not create, but I've subscribed to all of those channels that have done it, I believe. Using those backing tracks to create your own 15 to 30-second clip of what you've done, or be able to post that to YouTube so we can share it on the channel. And hopefully we'll be able to talk about how you've attacked the fretboard, how I attacked the fretboard, different influencers that can get us better or help us get better at improvisational music. To do the third overall thing, which is what the channel is all about. The channel is all about me. And again, you will not see this up here yet, but it will happen this week. I guarantee that. The third part of the channel, obviously, I should say this, to get from the intermediate to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing or improvisational guitar playing, in service to the third thing. And the third thing is about me creating music in Logic Pro X. It's about me creating the best music for myself in Logic Pro X and music that I create for other people. So 100% of the music that I will be creating in Logic Pro X, I will be using my guitar and my understanding and my knowledge of music theory to create the best music I possibly can in Logic Pro X. That's what the whole channel is about. The channel is about me creating music in Logic Pro X and me doing dope music in Logic Pro X, using my guitar as either my primary source of inspiration or my primary instrument that I'm using on all these tracks. If any of those sound awesome to you or sound fun to you and you want to get involved in that, by all means, please do those things. What I'm doing in Logic Pro X is you can comment on those videos because I'll post songs and music every single day. I'll be creating music, and 100% of the stuff I'm creating is about stuff that I'm going to use to get better, okay? I'm going to make music to get better at making music in Logic Pro X, okay? 90% of the music to 95% of the music will be music that I created myself. So whether I'm singing and songwriting or playing guitar on these tracks, which I don't really sing. I'm not really a singer, but I can hold a tune. I'm definitely not a rapper, so I don't know if that's going to really happen. But I create music and to use it, and I will use 90 to 95% of it to create music that I'm writing for myself. The other 5 to 10% will be music I'm creating for other artists, and the other 5 to 10% will be music I create for other people who work in short films in the area in which I live. They're always looking for musical scores, and they always struggle with finding music online because a lot of it is copyrighted, and then they have to get authorization, this, that, and the other. And because I work with them exclusively on a bunch of stuff, I've done sound design for them in the past. Giving them my music is no brainer because I like working with them. I just give it to them. I just do it for the notoriety and for just like helping friends out because it's fun working on short films. If you've never done it before, I would recommend doing it. If you are a musician and you want to work in sound design, working in films is fun because it adds a different dimension on how you see the music creation, because it's not the same part of the brain that you're using when you're flexing a different creative muscle in your brain for that. So that's what that's going to be done. So that's what the whole channel is about, me creating music in Logic Pro X. This live stream is strictly about us getting better at our principal instrument, which is guitar. And I believe that improvisational music is super important to learn because it is important to use those skills. They talk about writer's block all the time, and people get writer's block because they don't know how to use their brain to make better music. They get stuck on things, and improvisational music requires that you get good real fast, and you have to understand scales and chords and how they work together and voicings in order to get to that next level. So the fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the channel sort of serves for me as to where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go sort of situation. That's what it is, okay? And when people comment on the channel in real time, I don't have to go back and rewatch the videos to see what I can make changes to. Now, a lot of people are being like, why is your background different? Why does your house suck? Why is this, that, and the other? It's like, well, a lot of these changes require that you make payments or you purchase things or you purchase products online. I'm trying to make this into a business sort of situation where people can like the videos and hopefully grow it that way so it doesn't cost no cost to anybody else, but using the money I earn from these videos to reinvest back in this channel. So the changes that I'll be making, at least from this time period on to when I start generating revenue from the channel, those changes will have to be structural changes, things that I can make that don't cost a dime. And that's just making changes to how I am, how we're working on, like we're doing warm-ups, changing warm-ups, changing the structure of how we, like instead of doing scales before chords, we do chords before scales. So doing structural changes like that to the actual schedule would be easier. And then maybe little changes like lighting differences or pictures I can put in the background. Things that won't cost a ton of money or no money at all will be the only changes that I can make at this time, which is why the second thing I ask people to do, if you can, okay, really quickly, I'm gonna go over this so that we can finish up here. The second thing is I ask people to donate to the channel because I don't have enough subscribers to get involved in the Amazon affiliate program, and I don't have enough subscribers to get to become a YouTube partner. Unfortunately, it requires 970 or 970 more subscribers for me in order to get the YouTube money, so that I can make this channel as free for me as I'm already trying to make for you as possible. So I ask people to donate to my Ko-fi account. Again, it's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee. That link is available in the description of every single video. You can donate as little as €1 to the channel if you'd like. The second thing I ask people to do, if you want to, and you are age eligible and regionally eligible, to check out my cryptocurrency referral links. Now, again, this channel has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. This has nothing to do with my channel whatsoever. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money, but I trade cryptocurrency every day, and I figured it's a great way to help the channel, and I enjoy trading cryptocurrency. So if you wanted to get involved and you never got involved before, you can use my referral links to sign up. And when you sign up using my referral links, you will get bonuses and perks that will be exponentially better than that of which if you signed up by yourself. The reason for that is because companies like having people like me, older clients, get new clients in the door because it costs them less than advertiser-driven revenue. And the difference they give out to new clients and the people who refer to them, because it still costs them less money. That's why it works, okay? So when you do these things, what I ask people to do is if you want to, again, your decision, you do your own research. I don't tell people what they should and shouldn't buy. I'm not a financial advisor again, but if you want to get involved in cryptocurrency, if you sign up using the referral link, it helps out with the channel in the following way. When you purchase cryptocurrency, you and you spend $50 or more using my referral link to sign up for the channels or for those platforms, you will get perks and benefits if you spend $50 or more. The perks and benefits that they offer you, whether it's $20 cash back or $100 off of trading fees, they will offer that same thing to me. And as I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains up to $100, because I got to set the limit somewhere, but I have 15 to 20% of my total gains up to $100 to reinvest back in the channel. That is how it helps out with the channel. Again, if you want to, but again, do your own research. There's a lot of kooky stuff on the internet, but I've been on all these websites for over half a decade, and they're all great for different reasons. My favorite by far and away is Binance, and I recommend everyone start on Binance. But if you want to start on like Bitpanda or eToro, whatever, those are all great sites too. I've never had any serious problems with any of them. That's not to say that they don't have them. I'm saying that in the over half a decade I've been on all these sites, I haven't had any serious problems. The last thing I ask people to do real quick is just the best way to help me out with the channel and the freest way to help me out with the channel is to subscribe to me across all platforms and share all my platforms to everybody you possibly can. Helping me grow my other platforms will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel, and help me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other channels. Whether I'm active on those accounts like Facebook and Instagram, or I'm not as active or not active at all on those other accounts like Twitch and TikTok. Helping me grow those other channels will inevitably help me grow this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I have got to get going today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you will join me tomorrow and the day after and the day after. I am at 452 consecutive live streaming sessions at this point, which translates loosely to about 550, 549, 550 sessions that I've been here consecutively, which is great. It's a very hard thing to do, and I'm very proud of myself for being able to show that kind of consistency and that kind of grit, despite the fact that I haven't received a single dime or a single compensation sort of thing to make this channel be able to be as equal for me or as free for me as possible. But hopefully soon I'll be able to at least have enough money to cover my strings and other things as well. But just continue to watch the channel, continue to help me grow the channel so I can make this channel as free for me, as free for you as possible, so I can make this channel dope, so I can make the dopest music I possibly can make, and hopefully you'll continue to support me through that process. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Muzzy McGee. I'm here every single day. I don't have a specific set time that I'm here because I do have another job that actually pays the bills. But I try to be here every single day because I very much enjoy making music. I go by the name Muzzy McGee, guys, and I ask you to help me. I'm going to continue to join. I'm going to continue to build this channel brick by brick every single day, but I can't do it without your help. So happy Saturday. Love you. Bye. See you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Girl, bye.